YouTube? It's your girl DeeDee. Welcome or welcome back to the channel. I am back with another reaction video. Now, this time it's Umar Johnson. Now, Umar Johnson has been in the news quite often lately, and in this particular clip, he's talking about child support and how he thinks child support transactions should be monitored. And we've talked about this, so I want to play what he had to say, and y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments, and I'll give my 2 cents. All right, let's go ahead and get into it. Here we go.
This child support thing is out of control, brother. You cannot let a woman destroy a man's life financially because the relationship is over. I mean, I think black men need to organize, and we, had this dialogue. Black men need to organize and force a change in legislation regarding child support. First of all, if I can't see my child, you don't get my money. If I can't see my child, you don't get my money. That should be law.
He has a point, because there are a lot of women who are getting the child support and they're still denying the father's visitation rights. But the men are obligated to continuously pay child support. And if not, he could end up in jail or other consequences. While the women, there's no consequences for their actions. They could deny, the child visitation to the father and nothing happens. So I think that would be a good thing. If you don't allow the father to see the child, you shouldn't get the child support. There should be some type of stipulations when it comes to child support. I'm serious, because it is getting out of hand. But baby, let's go ahead and finish what he's saying.
Too many women are denying us the right to see our children and yet still benefiting from child support. That should be illegal, number one.
Not cool at all, man.
Yes, and women should be forced to account for the child support too. Because I know a lot of fathers who pay child support and they still have to take care of their children after they pay child support.
That's true.
Because the mother of the child is using child support on herself and not necessarily the children. So yes, child support should go on a card. It should go on a card, Art. And you have to use that credit card for all purchases for the child.
We've said this before. I think people have already come up with that idea because a lot of the you would know exactly where the money is going. Once again, unfortunately, a lot of women have used the child support cases as a way to take care of themselves. And that's just simply not what it's for. It's for the care of the child. And a lot of these women have been getting over using that money for wigs and bags and shoes and their lifestyles and not really putting the money where it belongs. And that's to the child. It's supposed to be for the child, not to take care of you. You're supposed to be responsible for yourself. The man and the woman who created the child are the ones who are supposed to be responsible for the child. So you as the mother, you have certain responsibilities for that child. And as the father has certain responsibilities for his child. If y'all are not together, he is no longer responsible for you. But they act like, oh my God, they're not supposed to do anything. He got to pay 100% of the cost of the child. Why? You need to be responsible for your part. That's your child too. It's insane, baby. Let's continue though.
So that way, if the father wants to, Art, I should be able to log into my child support folder, my child support online profile, and I should be able to see what you're buying with my money. What is wrong with a black father logging into the child support database, going to my profile and seeing that she bought my daughter some shoes, she paid for swimming lessons, class pictures, they went to the movies and dinner. I should see how my money is being spent. And not all black women are guilty of misappropriating child support.
That's true.
I don't want to say that they're doing that, but I do know a sizable proportion of black women are guilty of misappropriating the child support.
Listen, he has a valid point. A lot of you guys mentioned this in my chat several times, that there should be some type of monitoring of the child support, that it should be on a card where you can go and verify what the purchases are, what if they're being made on the child. If it's purchases that were not for the child, that should be deducted. And I think the mother should be responsible to pay for those things. That would eliminate all of this confusion, you know what I'm saying? And let it be focused on what it's supposed to be focused on. And that's the child, not your bills, not your hair, not your nails, not your lifestyle, your whatever you do. That's not what that money is for. And I think these women get used to a certain lifestyle and they think, oh, well, if you was taking care of me when we were together, then I'm going to get you to take care of me even if we're not together. And that's where I think it's unfair. And a lot of times with the child support system, it doesn't seem like they have real incentives to change it. And from what you guys told me, that the courts get a portion of the money. So it's not all going to the child anyway. So it's like they get a portion of it, and then the mother gets the rest. And also, there are cases when fathers get full custody of the child, and a lot of these women don't even pay child support. There are cases where women have been put on child support and they never pay. And they don't go to jail, from what I'm hearing. The majority of these women, they don't go to jail, they just don't pay. And how is that fair? But if a man doesn't pay, Lord, he could do jail time. He could mess up his career. All of these things he has to deal with. And on top of that, a lot of these women don't want to even let their children see the fathers, because you want to keep the child to yourself, but you just want to benefit financially off the men. And in many cases, that's how a lot of these women operate. A lot of them don't really want the men. They just want to be able to get your finances. They just want you to take care of them. They don't care about giving you anything, and down to the child. They won't want you to, they don't care if you have a relationship with the child. They don't want to have nothing to do with you. But if you were to they could just get a check out of you to just pay for their life. Oh, that's all they want. As a man, you're damned if you do, damned if you don't. You got to be careful out here, because a lot of women complain about men like as if men are the only ones with the problems, when it's not true. A lot of these women are looking for somebody to take care of them. And if they can find somebody who's going to just do whatever they want to do, they'll have you doing it. And child support is just another way for them to gain the money and the finances they need to live their lives on your dime. And a lot of them just laughing and kikiing and ha-ha how much money they getting for you for child support, while they going pay for everything other than where the money's supposed to be going. Do the minimum for the child, take the child support, go buy whatever you want, and then put more pressure on the fathers to still provide things for the children. I mean, I've seen a lot of cases where the father was paying child support, and it was a substantial amount of child support, and the mother of that child was spending the child support on God knows what, and still going to the father claiming that the child needed clothes, the child needed shoes, the child needed money for school, the child needed this. And you got to ask yourself, okay, isn't that what the child support is for? Now, I'm not saying that if he gave more or contributed more, well, he can give to his child whatever he wants. But if you're getting a substantial amount of child support and you're spending that money on other things, and the child still need clothes, shoes, and things for school, something ain't right with that picture. And this is where I think what Umar is saying would be a valid solution, because that's not fair at all. That should not be a money for you to just go play around with and do whatever you want and still demand that the father do things for the child when he's paying child support. Come on now. So that's just my thoughts on it. Y'all let me know what y'all think. Comment, like, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Hit that bell to be notified when I upload new content. And I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.